Kia ora everyone, my name is Ash. I am a member of the Auckland I.Lead Committee, and I'm going to be reading out the 2024 report card for employment. This topic was one of the #1 rated issue for young people in feeling empowered and in control of their own lives. And only 15% of disabled young people who attended the conference were currently in some form of employment. 100% of votes wanted the reintroduction of wage subsidies for employers to be able to give young people with disabilities a chance at gaining employment. Wage subsidies were used in the past, which enabled many young people to gain a first step into the workforce. But just wage subsidies on their own will not fix the employment gaps for disabled people. We believe that the adjoining recommendations would need to be implemented alongside this recommendation. Transition services could enhance the services they provide to give purpose to young people travelling from school to work. It would enhance the betterment of these services and reduce the amount of empty promises. 85% of votes agreed on the need for development of an app for inclusive job offerings. Encourage employers to advertise that the roles they are advertising are inclusive through talking about being accessible. Ongoing supports would be required for people with lived experience to train within the mental health sector, and the creation of an accreditation system for employers could assist with bringing this recommendation to life and could remove legal barriers. Connecting onto that, 95% of votes asked for the creation of an accreditation system to ensure that workplaces are accessible and inclusive of people with disabilities, alongside ensuring that there is mandatory training for all staff. Accreditation was recommended at previous I.Lead conferences. This year we reflected that accreditation alone would not lift the opportunities for young people to enter the workforce. It will need to be supported through education. If not done as part of a whole package of work, accreditation and education on employing young people with disabilities could become a barrier to employment. But using accreditation as part of social procurement, as a part of contract requirements, could give incentive to employers and business owners. And finally, another 100% voted that those who are not-for-profits funded by the government are incentivized through their contracts to employ disabled people. As with the enablers for accreditation, starting with not-for-profits or government-funded agencies could be a first step in ensuring a disability workforce is given opportunities via contracted arrangements. We recognize funding for employment of staff is an issue with the not-for-profit sector. The majority of contracts or funding agreements are for the delivery of projects. Joining this recommendation with the one prior to re-establish the wage subsidy scheme would bring this recommendation to life. I have personally had experience being brought into job interviews and being told I'd interviewed well, only to not even be given a chance to prove myself, just because of pre-assumptions that were made on my ability to work well with being visually impaired. It was only after being employed into a job that believed in my ability that I began to once again realize and recognize my capabilities. And my amazing co-workers have had the full confidence in me doing tasks I never thought I could achieve. Could you guess what happened once they started to believe in me? My confidence, successes, and quality of life has skyrocketed, all from having people in my lane treating me as just as capable as them, while also being ready to find workarounds to support me for whatever I need. Those are all of our recommendations for employment. Thank you.